Hello, welcome to my channel, KC. That's me, Carrie Chug, the Sledge storyteller. So, gonna continue my Christmas theme. Last week it was all about the top 10 portrayals of Santa, and apparently my enthusiasm over Santa ruffled some feathers, namely the feathers of this guy. Santa skeptic despite all the snow you see, this guy named Stichender Mud. So yes, I'm here to take the stance for Santa and Mr. Mud. I allowed him to have a voice to challenge the very notion of Santa.
That's right, it's time to get back to reality and get away from these fantasies about some fat guy traveling the world from house to house delivering presents. Neither reindeer nor sleighs can fly.
The answer is simple: gravitons. Currently only accepted as theory by the scientific community, is that gravity is carried by these subatomic particles called gravitons traveling in magnetic waves. But Santa managed to breed his reindeer to generate gravitons within their bodies that allow them to ride the waves of gravity, also implanting his sleigh with gravitons. Carl Eisenberg knew there was a graviton code to break because of Santa, and thus as Sledge he flies through the theory of gravitons.
Chimney openings are too small for anybody to fit through, let alone a fat guy. And think about all those houses that don't even have chimneys. How Santa get down those?
In either case, the solution is simple: teleportation.
We've got a population of 1.7 billion children who will celebrate Christmas, and I'm supposed to believe that this fat guy can travel the whole world and deliver presents to each of them in one night?
Well, for starters, he has what is called his time deceleration device, where he slows down time.
And if you're going to decelerate time, do you know what that means?
You got the 1.7 billion children. Now let's give Santa 30 seconds per child. There he needs 51 billion seconds. And each year is 31.5 million seconds long. For that, he needs to stretch one night into 1,619 years. It takes more than just that, but we know from a study done by the Mirror publication that without the TDD, Santa would have to travel at speeds of 1,280 miles per second. The TDD just cuts that need in half, and he gains the means of self-acceleration by the same energizing charge equal to that of the particle accelerator that gave the Flash his powers.
And for all that deceleration of time and acceleration of himself, for those 1.7 billion children, how's he got even enough room in his sleigh to fit all of those toys?
That brings us back to teleportation. Every toy made in the workshop is fitted with a microchip, put in line with an electronic transmitter, which relays the signal to a small receptor half the size of a BB gun pellet, and Santa's bag is chock full of them. So when Santa has arrived at the house, the designated toy for that house is transported there that way through that receptor. So yeah, that was all in fun, and Santa's something I love to have fun with, and anything that I like, I try to find any creative, just fun way to justify something. But in the more serious note, Christmas season, speaking as a Christian, I've always made that a big part of it, where the birth of Christ is something to remember, and Christian principles, they come into play as to love your neighbor and be true to that, not just keep that as face value. And any non-Christians, I see that they take Christmas to heart, and they too they see it as a time to be generous. And in a time where you have the winter, which can be gloomy at times, we love seeing those houses all decorated all over the neighborhood, or lit up on any buildings, or whatever anybody does to create something nice and beautiful to see. But this is all part of what makes Christmas an enjoyable time for me. But if you like this video, click like. If you like the channel, please click subscribe or follow me on Instagram. And I'll always have the link to order Sledge number 1 down there. So check it out if you haven't had a chance to and would like to. But the Christmas season, I hope everybody can find Christmas in their hearts, and to make the most of it. Participate in part of what will help brighten anybody's Christmas season. I believe in the power of synergism. Just look that up. You know what I'm talking about, where people are made stronger through each other. But everybody be safe and God bless.